Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly check-in for the 12th to the 18th of November. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please see the description box for information on how to do that. You're welcome to like, share or comment on the video, and if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, then you can do that as well. And I need to start pointing out that with these readings, they're for Gemini sun, moon or rising sign as well. I never say that, but yep, that's the intention behind it. So if you're not familiar with that stuff, then you may want to look online to check your birth chart. I almost feel like I should start to put a link for the for certain sites where you can look at your birth chart potentially. I might think about doing that, but yeah, so it's for sun, moon, rising. I often find that that readings for my rising sign sometimes resonate more than my sun sign. So anyway, here are the oracle decks that I'm going to be using for today's reading. We're going to start off with the Power of Surrender card as your main theme. So let's see what you need to know for your check-in for the 12th to the 18th of November. What does Gemini need to know? So for the 12th to the 18th of November, what is Gemini's main theme or focal point? Surrender to rest and sleep. And I feel like, to be honest, you've had a theme, a running theme of being drained or worn out or something. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I have done quite a few readings for you over the past couple of months where you've just needed a break. So it says to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body and spirit. So put that there. Let's also get your main theme from the tarot. So what else does Gemini need to know about their main theme for the week? What else does Gemini need to know for their main theme or as their main theme? Okay, that was such a dramatic flip. I had to take that, didn't I? So we've got the Page of Wands. Anything else? So what is Gemini's energy specifically? How are you dealing with things? How are you coping with the situation? Seven of Swords in reverse. Your cards are very acrobatic today, I have to say, considering you got a card initially of surrender to rest and sleep. There's just acrobatics in these cards, isn't there? The way they're flipping and flying everywhere. So external or surrounding energies. Do I want to take? I feel like that's too many. I'm going to try that again. So it was the Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords and Seven of Cups. But that was a lot. That was a lot. So I'm going to try that again. If three come out again, then I'll take it. But yeah, for a first attempt, that was quite a bit. There we go. You get the Wheel of Fortune. And your guidance. What's Gemini's guidance, please? You get the Sun and the Knight of Wands. So you've got a couple, well, you've got three cards of fire energy, haven't you, actually? The Sun and the Knight of Wands kind of feels like rejuvenation. But we need to look at everything else first, don't we? So Page of Wands. That's a main theme. I'm going to clarify that. I'm not even going to make any assumptions about it. Okay, let's clarify. See where it takes us. I mean, you may potentially be feeling like you want to get your spark back, or you're needing to get your spark back. That's something that comes to mind with that Page of Wands initially. But let's see what the clarifiers say. So you've got the Queen of Swords. Anything else? Anything else? You have the Three of Swords, okay. Anything else for Gemini? The Ace of Swords. So there may be something you need to be honest about, actually. I'm probably going to look at that Three of Swords on its own. Anything else? Try that again. That was quite a bit. Anything else for this Page of Wands for Gemini? What do we take? Yeah, we'll take all of them. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, Ace of Pentacles, Ace. I mean, that is about getting your spark back, isn't it? When you've got the Ace of Pentacles in it. Well, you've got 3 aces. What's missing? The Cups. I don't think you've got any cups, have you? The Wheel, 7 of Swords. Yeah, you've got no cups, but you've got 3 aces. So whenever there's something missing, one of the suits are missing, like say if it was all ones, like you had all pages, sorry, not all ones, say if you had all the pages and one of the pages was missing, we kind of pay attention. Okay, there's the cups. I mean, it's not literally a cup, but the moon is emotions, isn't it? So that's interesting now that I've said that, because did I say what's missing? I said what's missing is cups, and the moon is hidden things. It can be hidden emotions, can't it? So let's look at the 3 of Swords and the moon and see if we can make this reading clearer. But as I say, you may need to be honest or share or open up about something. I mean, you have got the 7 of Swords under here. Coming clean. That doesn't necessarily mean you've done anything wrong that you need to come clean about. But yeah, there's something about coming clean here. I mean, the Page of Wands for me is well, it's an explorer, isn't it? It's like where you start from scratch and you're ready to explore. So maybe there's something you need to open up about or share with someone about what you're wanting to explore, a path that you want to pursue, a spark that you have, or it's just that you want to explore that, to be honest. You want to find out what that is, what your spark is. Why is the 3 of Swords here, please? Could be about hidden parts of yourself, because the Page of Wands can be about your identity as well. For me, it speaks of identity, and the moon, if it's hidden emotions, that's hidden parts of yourself. But maybe you need rest to do that. Maybe you're so busy that you haven't got time to focus on that. And getting rest and being honest about that with either yourself or others will help you to find the energy to do a bit of exploration, whether it's internal or external. That looks like suppressed emotions, doesn't it, with the 4 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords in between the Queen of Swords and Ace of Swords. So there's a need to open up and be honest about something. And sometimes it is to another person, but sometimes this can be about to yourself, can't it? Like if you have hidden emotions, hidden depths, hidden parts of yourself, first and foremost, you would need to open up about that or be honest about it with yourself before you take it anywhere else, wouldn't you? So it may be something about something that's hurt you or is hurting you that you need to be honest about. Let's see what else comes out after that 4 of Pentacles. I was actually going to say it could be as simple as letting people know that you are feeling burnt out, and then you get the 10 of Wands. But let's look at those together. So you could be suppressing some sort of emotion. You might feel a bit trapped or not restricted. Why is silenced come into mind? I don't know if anybody out there is feeling silenced in any way, shape or form, and you're kind of desperate to express something. I mean, this looks like liberation here with that. I mean, you've got the 9 of Pentacles, which for me is a card of yes, it can be about comfort zones, confidence, independence, and it's between the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. So, I mean, the 4 of Pentacles can be a comfort zone as well, can't it? Really, there's a need to release something, whether it is to express an emotion, release an emotion, express something verbally, be honest about something within yourself. But yeah, I would say there's something about releasing here. Let's get one more for that 3 of Swords, if I can. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Let's get one more after that. I mean, the 10 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles together, sometimes it can be where you've taken on too much responsibility, or you're too purely dealing with obligations, and there's no time for anything else, like you're bogged down by obligation or commitments. Anything else? One more after that Knight of Pentacles, please. You might be seeking freedom with this Page of Wands, to be honest, because children, they are free, aren't they? I mean, yes, we control is probably a bit of a dramatic word, but we are in charge of them. We are responsible for them. We guide them. We have rules and boundaries for them, but they're free. They can go and do whatever within reason. They can pretty much do whatever they want. They don't have the responsibility of the same responsibilities that adults have, do they? They're free to explore, to play. And I think that's key here for some reason. I mean, I suppose sometimes rest and sleep, I mean, obviously sleep is sleep, but rest can be play as well, can't it? Rest doesn't literally have to mean you're sitting there doing nothing. Sometimes rest is doing your favourite hobby. That's a form of playing, isn't it? Or enjoying time with friends or family or whoever it is that you care about. That can be rest as well because it rejuvenates you. Do I want to get anything else now after I've said that? I'll just get something for the moon. But after thinking about the whole play thing, it might be that you just want more freedom to explore and play and rejuvenate. That may be a key theme here, but you're going to need to be honest about that, whether it's with yourself or you need to express that to someone else. As I say, there's definitely some sort of emotion here that is being held back as well, whether it's feeling burnout or stress or resentment even about being bogged down by any obligations or responsibilities. Let's look at the moon quickly. I don't know what it is with me in these decks at the minute, why my hands are doing weird things with them. I mean, that's where you're holding something in, isn't it? The Hanged Man, he keeps things to himself. Anything else? The Star. The Star, I believe, can be a card of release actually sometimes. I mean, rejuvenation, renewal, and release as well. But release for a new beginning. It's a sense of hope, isn't it? Let's get one more for that. I know I've spent a long time on this, but it feels like it's needed. And then we've got Two of Pentacles again. That can be a card of juggling responsibilities potentially. Let's just get one more after that Two of Pentacles and then I'll stop because I know I've spent ages on it. Four of Swords. See, with the Two of Pentacles there and with the other cards that we have, so I said that the Two of Pentacles can be about juggling life. It can be about juggling work and play, can't it? And I would say with that Four of Wands there in reverse, it's about needing to find the balance, because upright, that's where you are resting, isn't it? That's where you're healing, where you're recovering. Upside down, it's a disruption to that. So you may need to, you may have a need or a desire to have more time to play, rest, rejuvenate, whatever it is. So I will leave that there. Spent ages on that, but it felt necessary because it to make it clearer. And as I say, I feel like this is a running theme with you, Gemini. So I don't know, are you all like really busy and got a lot going on in life and it's like you need a break or something? Because I feel like this has come up quite a few times for you guys. And that's normal. I mean, it's normal to have a running theme. I mean, it probably gets boring hearing it all the time. But yeah, it's here. So it needs to be addressed if it keeps coming up all the time. I remember working with a Gemini. I've probably worked with multiple Geminis, but one specifically was my boss. And this person, they were always on the go. They were always doing something. And I thought, why are you doing so much? I mean, obviously it's their choice, but they did get burnt out, to be honest. But yeah, they were literally always on the go constantly. Like it's like they barely sat down for 2 minutes. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But anyway, let's move on to the Seven of Swords. So your energy specifically, this is how you're dealing with things. So upright, the Seven of Swords can be about taking risks. It can be, yes, it can be about lies, deceit, deception. But let's see what clarifies it, and that will make it clearer. It can sometimes, for me, I say it can be where you're not being honest with yourself as well. So it's not just about other people, it's where you're not admitting the truth to yourself about something. But it's in reverse, so something's coming out or coming to light here with it being in reverse. Or the other side of that is being unwilling to take a risk, isn't it? But let's see what clarifies it. We've got the Seven of Cups. Anything else? Judgment in reverse, okay. And you've got the King of Wands and you've got the Five of Cups. Okay, this isn't getting any clearer, to be honest. I would say though, with the Seven of Cups, Judgment, and Five of Cups, there's the possibility of looking at a second. I think what's coming to mind is another opportunity to do something. I know we say judgment, second chances, but it feels, I don't know if the wording makes a difference. It's like an opportunity to do something again, or to try something again, or to try something differently. Potentially is coming to mind with that. Let's just get one more and then I'll start to look at, like, I'll start with the Seven of Cups actually. I'll look at that individually and probably the Judgment card as well. Anything to follow on from the Five of Cups, please? We have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. The one thing I will say is if you are feeling burnt out and you've got too many responsibilities or commitments, you could potentially be considering how to be more in control of those things, and how to have with the Ten of Pentacles, how to have stability in a way that isn't detrimental to you, if that makes sense. Like, say if you are someone who has like 4 jobs or something like that, that's going to wear anybody down, isn't it? Say you've got 4 jobs and it's burning you out. You could be, well, first of all, you probably would feel a bit trapped if you've got 4 jobs and you barely get any time to sleep. You could be looking at other ways of like other jobs or other ways of working, or if you've got a family and you're the one with 4 jobs, how to do things so that you still have the stability, but you are more in control and you're not getting worn out. That might be one thing. You might be looking at different perspectives with that. Let's look at the Seven of Cups on its own. You've got the Two of Cups. Anything else? Try that again. That was the King of Swords that wanted to come out. They're flipping in such a weird way. I was going to say, actually, you saw that. I don't know where it is now. It was the Eight of Pentacles that tried to come out. When I saw the Two of Cups, I was thinking, are you trying to contemplate how to work better with others, or maybe even share responsibilities or something? But let's see what else comes out after that Seven of Cups. Where's your support? I don't know why I'm thinking, where's your support? I'm going to take that. I don't know why I need to take it, but... do you feel like you're doing everything on your own is coming to mind with this? Again, this feels like a theme that's come up for you before, about contemplating where your support comes from. You may feel like and I feel like this, I'm having deja vu with this, like not the cards that have come out, but like what I'm saying to you. You may feel like you're always the one supporting and nurturing everybody, which could potentially be stressful if you're overdoing it. And it's sort of contemplating, well, where's my support? That's what's coming to mind. How can I do things in a way where, yes, I can still be nurturing, supportive, I can still be a provider if that's what you're doing. But where's my support as well? That's what's coming to mind here. Maybe you are starting to be more honest with that. Like, for example, say if you're in a family where you feel like you're taking on too much responsibility, you may be starting to open up about that now and express that. Let's see what we get for the Judgment card. Yeah, because the Nine of Swords here, that would be where you're stressed, isn't it? And the Ace of Cups would be where you get to fill your own cup, where you get to recover, rest, rejuvenate, where you get the support. Let's look at the Judgment card. And even if you don't live with another adult, it may be other sources of support. I don't know what they are at this point in time. I don't know, friends, family, community, even at work. If there are things going on at work, excuse me, if there are things going on at work where you feel unsupported, it may be where you need, sorry, I don't know why my throat's gone dry. You need more support there, or you need more understanding in terms of what you're taking on, and a need to balance things out a bit more. So let's look at the Judgment card. Anything for the Judgment card in reverse, please? This may be where you feel like you need you need to just do things differently altogether with that Judgment card being in reverse. Because it is a review. It can be a review of the past or making decisions. And as I said, sometimes it can be about second chances, but I said it's about doing something differently, isn't it? So I don't know why that could potentially be where you're like, you know what, the way that I've been doing things, it just can't work. So I'm just going to have to scrap that and do it completely differently. That's a possibility. So the Judgment card, please. This reading is probably going to be quite long compared to the other ones for the weekly check-in. Yeah, this is, I mean, I often talk with the Chariot. I mean, yes, you are the charioteer, and it can be about being disciplined, in control. You get to guide the Sphinxes and get them to work how you want them to work. You get to get things into alignment. So as I say, you could be considering how to do things completely differently to make it work better, more efficiently. You've got the King of Cups there. Anything else? Yeah, that would be where you need to open up about this, about how you feel, about what's on your mind. It's like you need to express that again, whether it's just being more honest with yourself or needing to open up to someone else to do that. However, I know we're not on the external energy yet. I don't know why I feel potentially that there's a possibility that you have a Four of Pentacles. You may have a Four of Pentacles type energy person in your life where you feel like they should be doing their part or supporting you, but they won't. That's come into mind. I don't know why that's come into mind, to be honest with you. Like, say if you had a spouse where anytime you tried to approach them about problems or needing support or needing help or whatever, they just kind of, what's the word, shut down, shut you out. They're just closed off. It's like they just don't want to discuss it. That's a possibility as well with that Four of Pentacles. I'm almost getting an unsympathetic vibe. Like, say you're the King of Cups and you keep how you feel to yourself, and you're also in that Nine of Wands energy because you've kept things to yourself, that you are struggling or you're taking on too much. I'm almost getting a really unsympathetic vibe from the Four of Pentacles. Like the person can see you struggling and they don't want to do anything where they could help. I don't know why that's coming in, but that's what's a possibility is here as well. And that was clarifying the Judgment card. So again, that would be where you sort of like, well, this just can't work as it is. It has to change. We can't give it a second chance and still try to do it the same way. It has to be completely different. So do I want to look at anything else? I've dragged this out enough, haven't I? I'm going to do a quick card or two for the King of Wands just to be sure what that means. I mean, again, I feel like that's about needing to kind of take the lead and change things potentially. The light at the end of the tunnel is what I'm getting with that, with the Sun and the Five of Pentacles. It's the light at the end of the tunnel, and the only way that can happen is by taking the lead in the situation, I guess, is the best way to describe that. So I will leave that there. I think the Chariot can be about leadership as well, or am I mean, it's probably more to do with leading yourself than anybody else, but or the Sphinxes as well. But that's kind of within you, isn't it? So yes, that all needs to go back. Okay. And God, what am I doing? I've taken one up from there, haven't I? That didn't need to be removed, but it's fine. So Seven of Swords, your energy, it's either that you are starting to open up about how you feel, or you've probably been more honest with yourself about how you feel and what's going on. But let's look at the wheel. And I said change, didn't I? It's like things need to completely change. So I don't know if this wheel is like an external energy that is changing things or pushing you to change, or just indicating that a change is needed, that things can't continue the way they are. So let's look at that wheel. Why is the Wheel of Fortune there as the external energy for Gemini? Why is the Wheel of Fortune there for Gemini, please? If anything wants to come out today. Right, I mean, Eight of Wands, that's like progression, isn't it? It's kind of moving forward, and then you get it with the Fool. So that would be like being open to something completely different, wouldn't it? Yeah, because what you're already doing is not, it's not working, it's not satisfactory, it's not helpful. And then you've got the High Priestess. Let's get one more after the High Priestess. And I think I'll probably look at the Four of Cups on its own. Ooh, the High Priestess and I'm getting like versus the Hierophant, to be honest. So I'll probably clarify the Hierophant on its own here, but it feels like the old way of doing things, or the old rules for doing things, versus what your intuition is probably telling you that this is not working. But let's look at the Four of Cups on its own. That's where the dissatisfaction is. It could even be, yeah, it could be that your intuition is just telling you this is not right. This just isn't working. So Four of Cups. The Devil. I mean, it's holding you back, isn't it? Whatever it is. What needs to change is already holding you back. Anything else? Stressing you out too, I would say. And I think I'll leave that there, because what more do I need to say about that? It's just unsatisfactory. It's stressful. It's holding you back. It probably feels like a prison. Let's look at the Hierophant. So the Three of Pentacles with the Two of Cups would be a need to work together. But let's see what else comes out for that Hierophant. Ooh, the Lovers. So that's a connection, or that's connection. Page of Cups. This Hierophant feels like it's a need to create more understanding, with all the cards that have come out with. It's like a need to create, to be able to collaborate better, likely with another person, since you've got Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Lovers, to sort of collaborate and cooperate together better. It may be about creating like your own rules or systems, or a system together that works better. Let me get, do I want to get one more for that? I think I'm going to get something for the High Priestess. And being able to be open and honest about that as well with the Page of Cups, being able to express that as well. There could potentially be something about commitment here with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant can be about marriage as well. You've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers there. So there could be something here, an element of a need for commitment. So one way to look at that would be, say if you were in a long-term relationship with someone, and the way the relationship was at present, you've got separate houses, separate jobs, blah, blah, blah. But maybe it's make or break time in the relationship, where it's like, look, we're living separately. There's probably a financial burden. If you live long distance, it could be stressful having to travel back and forth. And you're at the point now where it's like, well, to make things work better, for us to work better, if you're wanting to continue on as long term, should we now live together? Should we get married, etc.? So that our lives, it's us working together instead of us working separately and trying to struggle separately. Do we want to bring things together? That's one potential way of looking at things with that Hierophant and the cards that have come out here. Is it time to commit and try to grow together now, and sort of create our own life, create our own rules together? But let's look at the High Priestess. So we've got the Page of Swords. Ooh, and we've got Justice as well. So that could very well be a new truth, and it's an intuitive truth as well. I mean, maybe, however you've been doing things up until only recently, you may have felt a bit drained by it, but you might have just gone along with it because that's just the way it is. And it's like now you may have become very hyper aware that it's not quite working well, it's draining, etc. But the key point here is that there's a need for change. So I will take these away. And we'll just look at your advice now. And was it this I said is the light at the end of the tunnel? No, I didn't, did I? That was something else. Let's have a look. I think I said, was it rejuvenation that I said for the Sun and the Knight of Wands? I literally can't remember now. But let's see what clarifies it. I mean, this is a lot of potential here, isn't it? The Sun is often potential. The Knight of Wands is like ready to go off on a new journey, to try something new, to try something different. He's got energy. He's got energy there. The Sun is energy as well, isn't it? Literally. That's where you get, I think, I may have said that's where you get your spark back potentially, but let's see. I mean, that's where that's where there's the change, isn't it? And then you've got the Knight of Swords, and I guess the change comes when you're open and honest about how you feel and what you want, how you want to move forward. Anything else? Four of Swords, so that's where you get the rest. You're able to rest or have some sense of peace. Could be, again, it could be just saying that you need more help, support, or peace. You've got the Knight of Cups there as well. Try that again. I'll take the ones that have fallen and leave that. So we've got the Tower and we've got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, things need to change for you to have things the way you want them, in a way that feels not just fulfilling emotionally, but again, that sense of rejuvenation where you're not worn out, where you have energy, etc. There needs to be a change. You've got two massive cards of change with the Wheel and the Tower, but it looks like it's going to take honesty. Let's look at the Four of Swords on its own, and I will be wrapping the reading up soon. Yeah, for me that feels like it's like you need help and support so that you can feel rested and less stressed and less trapped, with the Eight of Swords being there as well. Anything else? God, that's a lot of stress, isn't it? That is a lot of stress. Five of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. I just get that you feel like you're not supported in the way that you need to be or want to be, but you're going to have to open up and be honest about that. I mean, it could even be the point being that you need to express that you want things to change, would be a starting point. So the Tower here, why is the Tower here? I mean, again, it's just change, isn't it? Yeah, you got the Page of Wands again. You need change so that you can have the freedom to explore, and to kind of create a different foundation, a stronger foundation, maybe a different type of foundation potentially. Anything else? I think you need to be able to get your spark back. And it's like you need support and rest to do that. Yeah, see, I know this is backwards, but it's like it would usually be the Three of Wands that comes first, wouldn't it? Where you set the intention and then you put the effort in and then you build the foundation. But here it's like you need to be able to explore to create the stable foundation, and then you can see what other dreams or things you want to pursue. That often takes courage. Let's see what comes after that Strength card. Okay, so I think the Strength card is just where you have the courage or the strength to overcome whatever is disappointing or has the potential to be disappointing. I think it's more about bravery, isn't it? And being open to trying things differently or to doing things differently. So the key advice is sort of saying you need to get your spark back, isn't it? But again, as I keep saying, to get your spark back, to explore new things, it's like you need support and rest to do that. Some things need to be done differently, put it that way. Things need to be different, things need to change. So let's see what your advice is here. So I'm going to get your advice from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. And yes, your reading is quite long, Gemini. So final advice for Gemini, please. Do I want to take that? I guess I do. So we've got confusion. I don't know if you can see that, which we will put here. And we have mysticism, and I believe the mysticism card is about intuition. So I think we mentioned earlier about your intuition. Where was it? Where was it? Was it here or was it here? I think it was here. Telling you that things need to change. So let's look at the confusion card first of all. So I am going to read the whole message. They're not that long. It says, hi, so I think I talked about the light at the end of the tunnel in this is 9. This is a silver cloud. Every silver lining has a cloud. Okay, that's the opposite, but let's read it. The legend. So it has a legend behind the cards. It says, Jana climbs Faith Mountain in dense fog, wondering whether her decision to leave her boyfriend was the right one. There is another man waiting in the wings. There always is. Silver cloud surrounds her and it is cold and scary. Despite her confusion, she keeps climbing. As she reaches the summit, the fog clears, revealing the town far below with the silver clouds' help. She has journeyed much farther than she realized. She now knows what to do. She begins the long journey home to reclaim her love. The inspiration says, through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There is nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring clarity. Personal inquiry says, can I see confusion as a good thing? Can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? Key ideas are allowing confusion, spiritual support, consequences of actions, finding love, clarity, support, revelation. So again, that key theme of support, and it mentioned meditation and quiet time. So the thing I said about rest, needing rest to sort of be able to get your spark back and move forward and do things differently. I mean, you probably need to do things differently in order to get rest and rejuvenation, but then once that happens, you'll be even clearer on how to move forward as well. So let's look at the mysticism card, if I can find it. So this one says, a woman named Aubergine you are not to know. The legend says a woman named Aubergine calls on the telephone to confirm that she will be with us tonight, and yet no woman named Aubergine has been invited. Of the 4 invited, 2 are wed and 2 are unknown to each other, a woman and a man. Surely if this mysterious woman were the guest of the man, she would have made it known. A woman approaches, the woman named Aubergine, the woman who will be with us tonight. The inspiration says it is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Personal inquiry says, am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Key ideas are ignoring signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, and journey. And keywords here are intuition, courage, and uncharted. So I mean, take whatever you need to take from this. I would say the part about intuition is relevant. Whatever your intuition is telling you about your current situation, let that help to guide you as well. Courage, I mentioned courage as well, to try and do things differently. That's another thing that comes up here. But I think I will leave it there for you. I'm just having a quick look in the book to see if there's anything else. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there for you. Hopefully there was something helpful that you took from that. Thank you for watching the video. Again, if you want to book a personal reading, see the description box for information on how to do that. Feel free to like, share, or comment on the video. And if you would like to subscribe to the channel, you're welcome to do that as well. But until the next reading, take care.